Welcome to our I Am Workshop Conversation Series, a transformative journey designed to inspire self-discovery and ignite your creative spirit. With your hosts, Anna Maria Davalos, Maria Lanes, and Maclovia Martel. Today's guest is Rebeccaa Kastl. Rebeccaa is a pediatric speech language pathologist, healer, speaker, and teacher. She also communicates with angels. Rebeccaa underwent a spiritually transformative experience that she's going to talk about with us today. Thank you for being here, Rebeccaa. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, we love having you. I mean, we've been listening to your podcasts and we love
Oh,
them. We just,
oh, thanks.
yeah. So do you
Yeah,
want
your
to,
messages every Thursday are really good.
Really? Okay, I forget that people
you
watch them
have,
because I just record them right here. So if you like them, then I'm glad I'll keep doing them.
you
Because I'm
have
like
fans.
just
You have
rambling.
three more fans.
Yeah,
Yay!
Yeah.
yeah. I just started listening. Maclovia sent me because I
Oh,
was in Ecuador. Now I'm back in
oh,
California, so
okay.
it's very interesting. Yeah,
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I think we all have a little piece of the puzzle to share.
yeah.
We all have something different that we can bring to the table. And me overthinking about my spiritual experience is part of what I bring. So,
Can you tell us a little bit about what happened with your
yes.
spiritually transformative experience?
Yes, it was amazing, and it was also extremely hard to make sense of. Because I came from a really skeptical kind of background and mindset. But I'd been on a healing journey starting at age 23, because I'd had a trauma when I was 13 that was really bad. And, we've all been through a lot of stuff, I'm sure. And I had been to therapy. I was very thankful to have a family that, therapy was important. And I remember sometime in my early 20s, my one therapist especially said, "You're fine. You don't need anything else. You're totally fine. Like you just think you're not fine." But I remember thinking, and like at 23, I was like, I know there's something else going on. I feel like something is on top of my heart. I want to feel what's underneath it. I want to feel my heart.
Wow.
Because even though I was
Wow.
functioning, like I just felt like there was something, like internally, it was, yeah. So I decided at that point I wanted to heal all the way.
Mhm.
I didn't know what that meant. I'm still getting there. I thought I was healed all the way at 25 before my spiritual experience even started. But I started doing all these different healing things. Like I studied energy healing. I studied intensive yoga because I was trying to come back to my body after a pretty traumatic event. Um, I'd also started writing my journal, Dear God. And so this is how my spiritual experience started. So in addition to doing these different healing things and learning about my light, my heart, I started writing Dear God, and I would write things like I was wondering about, things I was thinking about. And when I was 26, I had this night where I spontaneously or accidentally devoted my life to God when I was writing in my journal. I don't think my personality meant to do this. I think maybe my soul wanted to, but that seemed really far from my personality at the time. But I was just right. I wrote, Dear God, I have decided to give my life to you and whatever that entails. I want to be guided by you, by the light. This is my pledge. I will work hard to follow this path and bring it to fruition. Please help me do this. Please help me bring light to other people. Thank you. Amen. And I was just crying. And it was almost like my soul just took over. Like I had been a little sick before this. I'd been reading some inspirational books. Like I don't really know what prompted this. And I wouldn't have thought writing this, I actually didn't connect it for a couple weeks that like that night for the next 2 years, I started having this spiritually transformative experience that I've also been calling a near-death like experience because all the things that happen in a near-death experience happened to me over 2 years, but while I was awake. Like the first thing
Wow.
that happened, yeah. Was going to bed that night and a light came over my bed. It came from one end of the room to right over me, and I could tell that it was seeing into my heart. And I was really scared for this light to see me because even though I'd been doing a lot of healing, it felt like it was seeing past my surface self. And I just
Mhm.
tensed up and I told it to go away, I'm scared, go away. And as I told it to go away, I started feeling tingling come through my head. And it was like, I thought it was a headache, but it felt really like love and it felt like peace. And it was like this tingling feeling that got stronger and stronger. And I looked at my boyfriend who was asleep in the bed next to me and I was like, is he having this headache? I was awake. He was asleep. And I was like, this is a
Yeah.
weird headache. Is he having this headache? Should I wake him up and see if he's having this weird headache? And as it got like it just kept getting stronger and stronger until I relaxed and I felt a voice come into my head that said, you don't have to be afraid, but if you are, you can wear a hat. And it put a graduation hat into my mind's eye. And I now know that was a metaphor. Like I was able to wear the hat of a graduate student. I was in graduate school the whole time I had my spiritual experience. So I was able to kind of have my external life and then go through all these spiritual experiences that started like that night. I kept going.
So your life shifted due to this experience. And
Mm-hmm.
how did you change? I mean, what was this, what is this life of service? What did you want to do? Did you have an idea?
I
Or
didn't have an idea. I just felt really like I wanted to
what did
live
it
full of
mean?
light. And then over time, like basically it cleared out my entire heart. Like any anger that was still there came out. Like I don't talk about that part normally when I tell, I'm like, These 8 cool things happened. I felt angels and I saw timelines and like that's all true." But one of the things that happened was any lingering like anger or sadness that I had had came up and out. And like I processed that with healers I worked with during my spiritual experience. Um, and it just basically all my whole everything was brought into alignment with the level of the light I'd promised to. So like I saw like how my actions affected other people. I had like a life review spontaneously where I felt like how I had hurt people's feelings in the moment. And it was like I felt it in my body and my spirit.
Kind of like a near-death experience, something like
Yeah,
that.
it was like the life review, but it was just
Mm-hmm.
while I was awake. I
Mm-hmm.
have felt all these angels. I felt so much light. And then at the end, I was kind of given a choice, like to choose what I wanted to do with all of this. And I did remember choosing I wanted to be speak my truth with love and with joy. It's so simple. But then I didn't really know that would mean I would end up doing this. So I now I'm doing this. But it's I've had to face a lot of fears and all this kind of stuff. So I think my service that I do now is sharing this story, letting myself be seen, publicly, because that's like a really hard thing for me from what I went through when I was 13. And then also yeah, I do sessions for people based on the light I tuned into. So I like listen to people's angels and guides and tell them what I hear.
So do you hear them or do you see them?
Basically I know, and even during my spiritual experience, when I felt the angels next to me, they felt like really strong presences, like a person right next to me, but I couldn't see them. I
Mm.
have seen little lights, like
Hmm.
stuff. Mostly when I open the door, I hear a message. Like I do this whole like tune in with the light, get really joyful, peaceful, call in the angels and guides, and then I hear it's like I hear words come into my mind, but it's not audible. I've only had a few audible things, and then they'll show me pictures and stuff. But as a
Mm.
skeptic, I love doing readings and sessions because when people say, "Oh yeah, that's true," or that's right, that's what I'm
Hmm.
going through, I'm like, okay, so and it's an honor, but I firmly believe we can all hear this guidance for ourselves, and hopefully that's kind of where we're heading.
That was
So
my
Mm-hmm.
it's
next
like a crazy
question.
voice.
Yeah. How to connect?
Yeah,
Yeah.
how do you connect with, I sit for 15 minutes and I'll meditate
Yeah,
and I'm like, is that my voice
I know.
that I'm hearing or is that like just
Somebody
breathe?
else.
Somebody else. It's usually just relax, breathe. You're doing a
Yeah.
great job. Um, but if we want to talk to them and get answers, do we just talk to them like it's a friend? Like,
That's what I do. And there's so many ways. We all have different ways that are good, easier for us to connect or not. But I like to do basically I put myself back in the space of my spiritual experience by breathing tons of light through my body and relaxing. And then I invite angels and guides. And I do this, it's harder to do it for myself, honestly, than it is to do it for other people. Sometimes I think it is for myself, I like to write and journal because that's how my spiritual experience started. So I'll like write questions and then get answers, like feel words. But I get into that like meditative space and I invite them and I just feel them next to me. But it is always, and I can kind of tell the difference because, well, my spiritual experience, it was so pronounced. That's a lot of how I tell, but it is like a muscle, and I do have to make sure that my mind is totally relaxed so that when I hear the guidance that comes in, it's very It sounds really wise. It sounds really
Mm-hmm.
helpful. It's never shaming. Like my own thoughts are like I'm hard on myself. Even after all this, I can.
Right. How do
So
you differentiate those, the shaming thoughts that we all have? I mean, I know I have.
yeah.
What
Right.
question do you ask for signs?
During my spiritual experience, I didn't ask for signs because it was just happening so strong. Like I didn't even think I just knew the guidance. It was like right there. But now I learned about asking for signs and I do ask for them and it's
Mm-hmm.
fun. But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of what happens is I forget. Like I'll get the sign and I'll be like, oh, what did I ask for? Because I'll ask for like two or three signs and then I don't remember which one is which. But yeah, I do like, I mean, I got a white, I just did it on my video. I just got like a white feather in my bag the other day.
Wow, I get
And
those. I get feathers
The
all the time.
feathers.
Feathers and pennies.
yeah, those are really common signs. It's really neat. And it's just like a wink, wink. You're not alone.
Do you have
Mm-hmm.
a certain angel that you talk to, like Michael or Raphael or
Oh yeah, I
Metatron?
do love working with the archangels, but I definitely have like my team of light. They call themselves my angels. I have a main guardian angel. But a lot of the times it's just like a collective and it's that really high frequency of love. And I think
Okay.
that's where we're going to is it's like that
Yeah.
that real frequency of love where it's just like whatever words you want to say about it, it's like existing in that energetic state that's really the important thing, no matter what the words are. And I kind of think that's where we're heading. We have to know where our energy is and how we're feeling.
And when is that? I've been waiting for that for a long time, for that kind of that fifth dimension kind of
Yeah.
the it's going to be heaven on earth,
Uh,
right? Heaven
I know
on
that's
earth.
what I saw. That's why I was like, I saw it. I didn't leave
Oh,
the
you saw
planet.
it.
And it was like so much light. And then it was like, bye. And then I saw I was like over.
Okay.
Um, but I have been getting back to some of that feeling. A lot of it is I have to like clear my mind. And
Mm-hmm.
then you're like, oh, this is that light that I felt.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it
Wow.
starts internally in our hearts. And I don't feel it all the time, and I think that it is just we're walking into it right now. I really do think
Mm-hmm.
so. And I
I
know
agree.
if
I
you've been
agree.
doing this work for a long time, you've probably been aware of what people have been saying for a long
Mm-hmm.
time.
Well, Anna Maria, she does healing.
I do.
She does
Yeah.
healing, and she's done a session on me, and I feel tingling.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
Yeah. And right now, it was weird because I had like a special kind of like panic attack with my nervous system, and my daughter is also Sophia into this, and she does bars, access bars. I don't know if you heard of it, and it was amazing. I mean,
Mhm.
because I'm always doing on people, but she did it on me, and it's exactly what Rebecca said. I mean, it's all the tingling, and at the moment she started doing in my brain, it was amazing. I mean, all my panic went down
That's
completely,
so
and
cool.
it was like, Sophia, what? How long are you in? You've been doing this, but it
That's
was
amazing.
it
What a
was
gifted
amazing.
daughter.
Yeah, and she's yeah, I'm gonna show her all your podcast because
Oh,
she loves it. Yeah.
oh
Do you
well.
think that?
And another question,
Mhm.
dreams,
Hmm.
because a lot of people are getting presences. It depends, right? It depends on your beliefs or your religious beliefs. Some people
Hmm.
get archangels. My husband gets the spiritual animals. I mean, it depends on your beliefs, right? How do you think this works?
The dreams? I
Yeah.
don't know because I started having psychic dreams the week my spiritual experience started. That's one of the other things that happened, and
Mm-hmm.
I never had psychic dreams before that.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's an energy of love and whatever the language is that we use, because I have had dreams about Jesus. I've had dreams about angels. Like that's the background. I've had dreams about religion and I, spirit animals. It's just kind of like. But it's really the love frequency. Now, I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand how the psychic dreams work, like how I have a dream about something 5 days before it happens. I've thought about it a lot, but I don't really understand why that happens. I think it's just in our souls, or maybe I was seeing my life plan that for a second and I'd be
Mhm.
prepared for it. But
Yeah. No, dreams are really interesting. I heard you talking about dreams, and through my dreams, I've seen my future, right?
you
I mean,
do?
I was in Ecuador and I
Yeah.
dreamt of the city that we were going to live in. It was our neighborhood here in Maryland.
Wow.
So,
Cool.
yeah, so that's but listening to you about love and how dreams, right? Somehow I had an amazing dream the other night
You
about
did?
my
Yay.
favorite
Yeah, I love this.
rock
This is kind of
star. He's
funny.
now dead, but I love him, and I think that I use him as my
Idol.
advisor, my angel advisor in the arts, right?
Oh,
And
which
he came
rock
into
star
my
is it?
dream. His name is Gustavo Cerati. He's an
Okay.
Argentinian, from an
Spanish.
Argentinian rock band,
Oh,
Oh, I
Spanish.
thought Argentinian. I thought he was from
Yeah.
I'll
Spain.
have to look
So
him
I
up.
had an
That's cool.
amazing dream. We went shopping.
Hmm.
He looked like an angel. He took me to Cartier, and he like
That's beautiful.
it was beautiful. And I woke up so happy, and I woke up with a feeling of love. So it was a transformational dream to
Experience from
me.
your favorite one.
That's like what you asked Anna
Well,
Maria, though. Yeah, because it's
right,
like,
because I usually have dreams about, their nightmares. And this was
mm,
different because it was not a nightmare, right? So something
right.
shifted.
That's
And,
great.
I mean, I consider him my little angel. But yeah, how do you know these angels? I mean, it made me happy. I'm still happy about that
I
he
think
came
it
through
came
my
to
dream.
you. It's about the love that comes through. And I think whatever face is on, like Anna Maria is talking to,
Yeah.
like this was the
Mhm.
face that made sense to you and it made you joyful. But like it was probably just coming from God and his angelic side on the other side. I mean, I like the dream that ended my experience was with this. I thought he was a real person. I thought he was going to be my boyfriend, and he was telling me to go have a great life, go have adventures. My name's Jonathan. You'll meet me when you finish swimming. And I was like, oh, cool. But I think in my life at the time, I was 28, and what made sense to me spiritually was a boyfriend. And that made a lot of sense that I would like see a boyfriend in my dream. And even though it was an angel, but I think it's the same kind of thing for your dream. And what matters is the feeling and the love that comes through and the healing,
Yeah, it's
no
the
matter what it
feeling.
looks
Yeah.
like.
I was just at, do you work with crystals or?
That's another thing that happened I never talk about in my spiritual experience. I started being able to feel the energies of crystals. And I was skeptical, but I was open-minded in my own way.
Mhm.
And I just remember holding a crystal and be like, oh my gosh. So I do if I do like them. I feel like it's another powerful, beautiful tool like prayer, meditation, earth, crystals, like there's real vibration. I feel the vibrations coming out. And it started during my spiritual experience too.
Um,
Maclovia, tell your story
well,
about the
it's quick.
crystal when you were
After
meditating.
after my mother passed away, I was meditating, and
Hmm.
I had a crystal, rose quartz in the other room. It was
Hmm.
like 2 inches,
Hmm.
and I was kind of crying, and I was just stressed,
Yeah.
and I heard a popping sound in that room, and my little dog came running out. And then I said, wait, let me finish my meditation. And then I went in and it exploded.
Yeah.
The crystal, the rose quartz
Wow.
popped
Oh.
and it hit the window and it
Wow.
broke into two pieces and just shattered.
Oh my gosh.
But someone said, actually, Annie at that crystal store, she says, yeah, it did its job. It was absorbing my
Oh,
pain.
wow.
And so I was like, they really work.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my,
powerful.
and
Yeah.
it was very powerful.
I love that.
And for every person has different needs, so it
Yeah.
works in a different way. I mean, it's I think the universe is so perfect that it gives us exactly what we need. So
Mhm.
maybe for Rebecca, it's giving you another way or with each beliefs. I mean, in what you believe in the angels, some people don't believe in angels, but they believe in spirit animals. So I think it gives you exactly what you need.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I was at the point actually recently of saying, I'm just gonna say love because like some people are like, are these angels? How do you know? Like,
Mm.
or like, spirit guides, maybe I'm just gonna say love. Like I'm tuning into the love, love. Love is
Like
like
it's one
anything.
energy. It
But it's
is.
just the same energy. To me,
Mhm.
it's like your dream with your rock star, your crystal experience. It's just like the
Mhm.
energy of love, and then it's just how it's manifesting. Spirit guides, spirit animals. I do also love spirit animals, so
Do you have oh, you have a butterfly back there.
yeah. My spirit
It's
animal, actually, my stepdad, he was an indigenous man from a medicine tradition during my spiritual experience, and he had a dream about my spirit animal name.
he did.
Yeah, he gave me a spirit animal name. So that's like that's what I take as my spirit animal. I've had dreams about other animals too, but it was Nashoba Iti Chunkash, which is timber wolf spirit.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That
I
is
have a connection
beautiful.
to the wolf from that. Just really from him. He had a dream about it, so I trusted him with that, and
I
it
know
was a
Annie's husband had a dream about a wolf.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then the son, who was little, confirmed it that there was a wolf in the room.
The big
wow,
dog, he was talking dad. I mean, he was like 3.
wow.
And we were living in Maryland,
Mm.
and suddenly he was dreaming that a wolf was getting closer to him. But for him, it was a dream. And then he found out his little son, that he was 3 or 4, saying, Dad, there was a big dog in here.
I have
So
goosebumps. Wow,
see that
so
connection.
connected.
Yeah.
It's
That's so
crazy.
beautiful. It's so crazy. And then like I do, y'all talked about via YouTube, I do angel messages on Sundays and I was talking about, this mesh that if you're kind of not, you might see and then someone messaged, I had a dream about that exact experience. I was behind this mesh and I was like, it's just we're all so connected. It's crazy.
It's
It is.
crazy. I live on a farm,
Hmm.
and my husband tells me, "Oh, we haven't seen owls." Guess what happened the next morning?
An owl.
6
Wow.
a.m. We see a shadow, from skylight,
Yeah,
and it was
wow.
an owl, and
Oh my
it's
gosh.
sitting on the roof for 1 hour, going hoot, hoot, hoot.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
He's like, I'm
Wow.
here. I'm here.
So here's my
Yeah,
question. Do you think he was sensing what was coming and he thought of it? Or do you think the owl or the angels or the animals,
I
spirits were
have
like,
no
hey, we're here
idea.
actually?
Her
I have no idea, but
her
he
husband,
just said, "Where are they?" And then
Then they came.
an hour,
oh,
and
her husband
That's
can
cool.
manifest things.
He must have manifested. He spoke
He
that into existence.
manifested the farm, well, you
Wow.
both did, and
yeah.
he wanted chickens.
Oh,
So he's got chickens now, but
Well, he doesn't think he doesn't.
No, he doesn't believe in that, but he just does it. I mean,
naturally he does.
naturally, yeah.
Yeah,
that's cool.
he can bring things. And now they have a deer, they have a Bambi, like his name is Bambi, correct? The
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute. That's
Yeah, that's where
awesome.
we had a retreat there and it was
Oh,
so
wow.
beautiful. They have a stream, a bridge, these rolling hills,
Oh my
and they
gosh.
have brown bear,
That's
But it's
amazing.
but it's funny, we just don't realize how we're connected to things,
nature.
right? Including love, how it
Three, three,
comes,
three.
Hmm.
right? I mean, if we can be more conscious about it,
Hmm.
is our life going to change? I mean,
I think so.
And
I
the
think so.
333, Lolly, I mean, that is amazing because that has always been our number.
Well, her
And when they
address.
found out that the address is 3333, I mean,
Wow.
that's
That's
crazy.
so beautiful. Well, you're
Yeah.
really living in this dream state. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
You're like,
See, I know it's still real life, so I know it's not perfect, but it's like
yeah.
when you take a minute to think like, wow, I manifested this or I'm living this life I want to live.
Okay,
Maybe.
Mhm.
we went to
Yes.
lunch, Lolly and I, and the
yeah.
bill was 33.33. So
Amazing.
No, I mean, I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, it lightens life up a little bit,
I
when you
know.
think about these things.
I hope
And
so. Yeah.
I
it
think that's the beauty of it. I mean, it's hard. It makes, in a way, life a little bit more magical,
Hmm.
right? And I know there's a lot of resistance to believe these things, but once they happen to you,
Once they happen, it's you can't deny it anymore. Well, I tried to deny my spiritual experience, but I couldn't for very long. It was,
right?
Rebecca, how can you, one question, how could you teach somebody that's really a skeptic to
hmm
try to find, do you teach that person to find signs through meditation? I mean, if somebody wants to get into your path, how can, what message can you tell that person?
The first thing I would say to a skeptic, because I used to be one, is to just look at your own experience. And then also to get, meditate and feel what's going on with you internally. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then, yeah, ask for signs. I mean, I love teaching classes because even skeptics will, you'll get information from your angels and guides that are helpful. Um, I think it is, and a lot of it is moving from the head to the heart. It's like so simple, like what's actually happening in your heart and like kind of not getting rid of your intelligence and your mind. We still need that, but
Mhm.
not only listening to that. But it is
There
hard
has
with,
to be a balance, yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
But it is hard with skeptics. I mean, I dated a real hardcore atheist after my spiritual experience ended, and he had been raised very religiously and decided it was all fake. And I would tell, he was the only person I told my experience to, like right after. Um, and we would just kind of go back and forth about it. And one day he visited, and right after he visited, kind of like Loli, you had that dream, like I don't know, you've been kind of inspired. You had this beautiful angel dream. Like he visited me, and then he went back home and he had a dream about his friend's dad coming to him in a dream and saying, "I'm moving on. I'm gonna pass away. Please, check on my son." Lots of light in the dream, and he had this dream, and then he called me freaking out. He said, "Rebeccaa, what did you do to me? I've had this dream
Oh,
about my
wow.
friend's dad, and then he just died." And I was like, "No, that's what I've been trying to tell you. That's real." And then he just was so freaked out by it. And then I brought it up like 3 years later, and he didn't even remember that had happened. I was like, "Remember you had that dream of spirit?" He's like, "No, what?" I was like, how am I
Yeah.
going to have a spiritual experience if I'm not even remembering it's happening? So I think even skeptics, they'll have spiritual experiences and then tell themselves it was fake and then forget. So,
Yeah, it's like a deja vu, it's
oh yeah, deja vu. I've heard somebody say they think that's kind of like timelines collapsing, which is my
That's what
favorite.
I've heard too.
That's
Yeah.
my new favorite description of it. It's like, oh,
Timeline collapsing. Can you
A time,
explain
yeah.
me that?
it's like merging timelines. So I just had a bunch of
Uh-huh.
deja vu this spring when I separated from my daughter's dad, who we get along great, but we followed, I think, what was correct. And I moved into this new place and so much deja vu. It's like I was supposed to be doing this and it's like all coming together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
Interesting.
here's a question. Do the angels want you to have a beautiful life?
Yes, they do.
Live in joy. A lot of people want to know how to manifest.
Yeah.
There's all this manifesting. Can you just, instead of, doing like a Neville Goddard, can you just ask your angels for stuff?
I think so. I think
Because
that's a
they
great
want you to
idea.
live in the end and feel how it is to be
Yeah.
a millionaire. But can you just say, ask them and just say, can you get me something that's
You
simple?
need to be specific.
Oh,
Just
the
be
parking. I
specific.
mean, I need a parking
Meaning,
right now to
Angels of
use my
you need to
parking.
angels.
ask, you
Yeah.
need to
No,
ask
but
the
like, can I?
accounting angel, fix my finances.
I think a lot of it is if you're in alignment with your higher self and the creator, manifesting is very easy.
Mhm.
Because when I lived in that spiritual experience where the light was so high, I mean, I just was like, anytime I needed a place to live, I needed money. It just was like, I didn't even have to think about it. It was just like flow, 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 flow. So I think when I'm like manifesting stuff now,
You had conviction.
yeah, well, it was just like I was in this crazy light
Mhm.
vibration. Even if
Mhm.
I saw a picture of me recently from that time and there was like orbs around me, it was really confirming for me because I was like, okay, I didn't make all that up. But I think if you just ask, like, sometimes I think it's easier to manifest if you say, like, what's in my highest good, bring it to me. What's my highest? Like, I'm trying to manifest a healthy love relationship right now, but I've done the whole let me make a list. But if I'm
Specific
just saying, what's
person.
my highest, like,
Mhm.
godly partner, please, like,
Mhm.
bring him to me and, like, help me be ready for that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the book, I published a book this summer and I was like, oh, for
The
years, I was like,
accidental mystic.
yeah, well, no, the book is Daily Moments with the Angels.
Oh.
So this is not like my memoir, which is, I think, would take a lot longer. This was just 365 messages that I write every day. And it's like a day book where you can open up and every day there's a message.
Mm.
But I was like wanting to write a book for years. And finally, I think when I was just in the flow, I wasn't attached to it. It was like, it happened so easily. It was like crazy. So I don't know about manifesting. I need to work on it. I'm not great at it, but I do think
Well,
you
it
can
sounds
ask
like
the
you already
angels.
figured it out.
I think
You're
you just
just
let go and you just like try to be with your highest self to like
and think
be
about where you want it, what you want. Just think about it. Just
what
think
you
Yeah.
about it.
want.
Your
Yeah.
faith
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, faith and
Yeah.
relaxation. Yeah, faith and I think it's really interesting to think about, but I think it's like sometimes we want to hold on to an outcome. We want things to be exactly like we want them. But I kind of think of it like a restaurant. That's an image that's been given to me where you go into a restaurant and if you're just standing there, you're not manifesting. You're just looking at the food coming out and wondering how where are you going to get the food. But when you ask for what you want, like asking your angels, trying to manifest,
Mhm.
and then you order it, But then you don't stand over the kitchen and watch them make it, tell them they're making it wrong. When is it going to come out? You just sit at your table and you wait for it to
So
come.
you just
And that's
let it
like,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
you let it go till
You
it
just
comes
let
to
it
you.
go.
Yeah, you've made your order. Okay, we'll just wait.
Well,
Could,
and
could,
one other question, Rebecca, and
Yeah.
if we ask you right now that you have any message for the three of us, can you just hear, or you have to go into a meditation, or you
I
can
can
just
hear.
get a
Let me
message?
you like a message for the three of you? Let me see.
Yeah.
yeah, for maybe I am conversations.
They're saying exactly what you're doing right now. It's exactly what you should be doing. Enjoying the moment, being with each other, being with your guests, and exploring joyfully. Don't think about what it's becoming. Be in the moment. Have a vision for where you want it to go. But as you enjoy the moment, it will grow to where you want it to be. It's about the fun and the joy and the connection. That is what people resonate with. That's what helps each of you. And each of you brings a different flavor to this show. And it's very important for each of you to have these different qualities and different interests that you bring together. Let's see if anything else. They're
Mhm.
saying don't give up and see it through.
That is good to hear.
That's good to hear because we three are very different, and
Mhm.
it's good because we're a team. So sometimes, and that's good.
We have the
Thank
right
you,
brain, the
Rebecca.
left brain, the middle brain. We have
I'm like in the,
all that
we
mixed
love
up.
it. We
That's
love it.
Yeah.
cool. Yay.
Well, is there anything that you would like to tell the audience about where you're going? Are you,
How they reach you? How can
how can
they
they
connect
reach
with you?
you?
Or
Are
what
you
event are you having? Anything you
Okay, I'll tell
can?
you all of it. No, you can find my website is RebeccaaKastl.com, which has where you can book a session with me through there. Yeah, so that's one place to find me. I'll be at the International Association for Near-Death Studies conference in Chicago at the end of this month. I'll be there Wednesday through Monday, Labor Day weekend, speaking on Saturday. I also have lunch with a speaker where you can come have lunch with me, and I'll do a group angel message for the table. But yeah, it's going to be, and also be in the healing room. So I'll be doing mini 20-minute sessions there. So that's a fun place. You can come find me if you're near Chicago or want to come to Chicago in a couple of weeks. I'll be there. There's a lot of really cool people.
Yeah.
Raymond Moody's going to be there.
wow?
Carolyn Meese, the woman who did one of the researchers for the telepathy tapes is going to be there.
Oh, I listened to that. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
work with kids. I work with autistic
me
children.
too.
Yeah, I love the children. I just
She
love
loves
Me
them.
kids.
too. Beautiful.
And Maglovia, let's do something for Rebecca. She always reads an angel card, and
Do you mind?
sometimes it's a coincidence because they last time we had a guest and she was talking about acceptance. And
Okay.
suddenly the card that Maglovia, remember, fell. It came out acceptance, and
So
I
here's
even thought they
Oh,
were cheating,
cool.
and it came. Yeah. So now
it's kind
you
of I
Oh,
read
that
used
to
it
makes
a
us.
me
Now we're
so
lot.
gonna read to
cool.
It's
you.
had its use, so it's kind of
Love
cool.
it.
Yeah.
Love a
But
good deck. That's
but
so fun.
I am really not good with shuffling. So let me see.
Just throw them.
I'm just gonna go like
Roll them.
this, go like this. Yeah. And then if we have a question for Rebecca or an answer or something from the angels, and then I just knock it.
Okay.
And then let me
Oh,
see what it says.
What is it?
What does it say?
abundance. Oh,
Abundance.
speaking of
Wow.
manifesting, that
Oh,
was, I
abundance.
love that.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Well, I've been feeling a little bad about charging for my sessions, honestly. They're
You
probably telling
shouldn't.
me stop feeling bad about it.
You shouldn't
No,
feel
maybe
bad.
that's a sign.
Yeah, thank you guys. I needed that. Thank
Wow.
you.
Yeah.
Looked at your
Does
website.
it say
You're fine.
something in the card about abundance?
Yeah, it says
Does it
that
say
Because you
keep
always read
charging?
something.
it said, Rebecca, keep charging a lot of money. No, it didn't say that. It
No, but I
says,
do offer discounts if people need it. Okay.
yeah, well, that's good because then you have a sliding scale, which I think is very important. It
Yeah.
says, great abundance will find its way into your life. Your plans will yield prosperity, providing a sense of security about the future. Your angels will be with you as you take the actions necessary to manifest your dreams.
Oh.
It says it's not always financial in nature. You may be seeking to manifest new ideas, a large circle of friends, vibrant health, or romantic love.
Ooh,
Ah,
This
wow.
card
We were
let's
just
check all
talking
of that.
about that.
Yes.
Yes.
It can also reflect an inflow of any type of these treasures into your life. Open your arms to heaven to receive the gratitude which you desire.
That's so
Very good.
beautiful. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sylvia. That was a great idea, Anna Maria. Thank you
Oh,
guys.
See,
Beautiful.
Yeah,
you gave
because
us
you're
a
always
great
doing
message, and
something for it, but let's try for us with the cards.
That was so nice.
Yeah.
And
they
thank
usually
you.
are they're like perfectly, every time I do the cards, they are just, they always answer the question. So
That's awesome. That's perfect. Meant to be.
yeah. Well, Rebeccaa, thank you so much.
Thank
We
you,
really
Rebeccaa.
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
You're
This was so
very,
fun.
very, you're a light worker, and we're very grateful. So
You are light workers. Your show's beautiful. I'm really excited to watch it
Thank you.
grow.
Much
Y'all was
abundance.
lovely. Yeah,
Much
abundance for all. I love you
Abundance.
guys. This was beautiful.
all
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.